Shall I put these over here?
Yeah.
Right. Do that.
The Love Christmas project started at the end of 2020, when almost 800,000 people received parcels, gift bags and Christmas meals. Jamie, who lives in a hostel in Bristol, was one of them.
I was always struggling with managing to have a roof over my head, because I never got on too well with my family, so I never was around them that much. And in and out of foster care, I guess it came to a point where it was a bit too much, so I was on the edge of almost being homeless and not really able to pick myself up at a time, with work being a problem and general life. I managed to find a hostel.
For Love Christmas last year, you got one of these bags. What was it like getting that bag?
Well, to be honest, it was handy, as a lot of people like myself in the hostel don't have many people to go to see for Christmas, or too much money to be able to enjoy a meal for Christmas. So it's pretty much a godsend being able to have a hot meal for Christmas. So it helps all around.
What was in the bag?
2 lamb shanks and pretty much a lamb roast dinner. A meal to cook for yourself. It was great being able to have a hot meal for Christmas, as in like not having a sandwich or a meal deal from Tesco down the road, which struggling for money. So it's nice to have a hot meal for Christmas, even if you wouldn't have had one because you ain't got anyone to see. Well, a lot of people are also in a similar situation where people don't have much money, or they have no one to see, or they're going to be alone for Christmas, so they struggle to even get food all year round. So having a hot meal for them as well is probably a godsend.
The meals were provided by members of St Nicholas Church of England Church in Bristol, who also delivered gift bags and parcels to students, families, schools and food banks. Hattie Neave is the Social Action Manager for St Nicholas Church.
So we delivered to this food bank, St Nicholas of Tolentino. So they're a Catholic church, set up a food bank in the middle of first lockdown. And so they were one of the recipients that we delivered Christmas boxes to last year, and Christmas dinner bags to.
What was in the boxes and the bags?
Yeah, they were. They had hats, gloves, scarves, blankets, Christmas chocolates, playing cards, and then the Christmas dinner bags was a full Christmas dinner in a bag. They were so grateful to us as we dropped them all off. It was such a fun atmosphere to be able to do it. That the feedback was just so encouraging of people really struggling last year. It was their food bank had over 500 people that were coming per week to get food, so they were in crisis. To be able to get a Christmas dinner bag with everything you need, parsnips and sprouts and chicken pie and gravy, cranberry sauce, we did the works, was just such a joy to be able to do that and give it to them to be able to have a hot Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. Okay, so we're going to do 200 for the women.
Cool. So what should go in each one?
So we need the hand creams, they're all in this box here.
Right.
And then face masks, nail polish are over here.
Cool.
And then we're going to do a chocolate in each, which are here. So this year, in Love Christmas nationally, they have a goal of doing 1 million bags of kindness into across the UK, and we are doing our part we have a goal of doing 1,000 bags into our community here in Bristol.
Who will you be delivering to?
Yeah, we are delivering to supported houses. We're doing 100 Christmas dinner bags to some supported houses, to 2 food banks and a women's hostel. And then we're delivering bags again to 2 local primary schools that we support through our mentoring programs called Spark. And we're also doing 2 homeless shelters. And we're also delivering to a charity called Beloved. They're an amazing charity who work with women from the sex industry. They're local to Bristol, so we're delivering women's bags to them. For the kids' bags, they're going to be obviously more geared to children, so little activity books. It's all Christmas themed. They'll have sticker books. We're doing a little plant pot with cress seeds so they can grow that, something to do as an activity over Christmas, and then chocolates and some craft activities. And then for the bags that are going to people who are struggling with homelessness, they have blankets, hats, gloves, shower gel, toothpaste, toothbrushes, again chocolates, playing cards, and then the bags that are going to the women from Beloved. they've got more pampering items like nail varnish and face masks, hand cream, that sort of thing.
This sounds like a huge task.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to do it a bit earlier this year. So we've been ordering things over the last few weeks, and like they're piled up in the church. So we've got, you can imagine 1,000 bags, all content piling up in church. We've been placing orders over the last few weeks, and we've actually partnered with Outside In, which is an amazing charity who have a wear one, share one policy. So you buy a hat or a beanie or some gloves, and they give one to local homeless charities. So we've been managed to partner with them and source all of our hats and gloves and socks for the bags through that, which is fantastic.
And how's this funded?
Yeah, we've asked our congregation 3 ways to get involved. They can come to the packing day to pack a bags. They can help us deliver them or sponsor a bag. So the average cost of the bag is about £15. It's members of the congregation here at St Nicholas who are sponsoring bags, and then we've also got a Love Christmas grant and just money through our gifting through the church.
You've talked about the church being involved either by giving or helping packing and delivering, presumably. What's the response of the church been?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, we've got our packing day on Saturday, so it's going to be fun, festive day. It's open to the church and beyond. So people can come, have a glass of mulled cider, have a mince pie. We've got a kids' gold coin treasure hunt. Our church mascot, Mr. Brisley, Big Bear, is going to be there. It's just going to be a fun day. So we've had a really good response of members of the congregation wanting to come and support this and support their local community.
The project grew out of Love Your Neighbour, when churches provided practical support for people affected by the first COVID lockdown. The chief executive is Tom Jackson.
We'd were already working with a number of churches and other organisations and communities across the country to help people who'd been struggling in lockdown, get them food, medicines, just be in touch with them, help them deal with debts, that kind of thing. And that was an ongoing commitment. But we felt last year, as suddenly a new lockdown was emerging in November, and just the nights were drawing in, and it just felt a really tough time. We thought, what else can we do to bring some hope and spark some kindness at this time of year? And we thought we just want to do something extra. We were already giving people perhaps pasta and tins of essential foods, but what about Christmas cake and some crackers and maybe some toys for kids and colouring in books or whatever it was? Just something to be generous and to let people know we're with you, we're alongside you, and celebrate the spirit of Christmas. And last year, we reached 775,000 people across the nation through about over 1,000 different organisations involved.
And what about this year? What are your plans for this year?
This year, we're hoping to go a little bit further and see if we can get 1 million bags of kindness out to people.
What might be in those bags?
It depends. So we're working through churches, and the idea is that churches know their communities. They know those that they want to support, and there are many, many different types. So there was, one church that wanted to support a prison, both the staff in that prison and the inmates in that prison. Others were supporting students, international students who were stuck in the country, couldn't go anywhere over Christmas. Could be homeless people, could be refugees, or it could just be local elderly. Many different types of people. And so what goes into the bags would kind of vary according to the people receiving them. But it would be typically a mixture, perhaps of some nice food, some treats, perhaps a little bit of clothing, hats and gloves for homeless people, maybe some toiletries, all sorts of bits and pieces like that.
So from the sound of it, it's very much down to the local churches to decide what they do and how they do it. Would that be?
Yeah, that's the ethos of Love Your Neighbour generally, as well as the specific Christmas initiative. Is that churches are deeply embedded in their communities. They know the people, and they're best judged to place how to reach out to them, how to let them know that they're there for them, and to support them. So we say, you go ahead and work that out, and we just want to bring visibility to what you're doing and bring resources to support you in that, and because we think this is a good message and we want people to know it and spread some kind of positivity and kindness at Christmas time.
For such a huge project, what are the challenges you're facing?
The challenges for church, particularly in the most socially deprived areas, is having the funding to be able to reach out, and so we've been really fortunate that people have been generous in helping to transfer funding from some parts of the country to others, and so that we've been able to offer a certain level of match funding to people. I think bringing different churches together of different streams of the church is something the Church of England is playing a key role in, but actually churches from all sorts of different networks and denominations, from Roman Catholic Church, Coptic Orthodox Church, Pentecostal churches, Baptist churches, all sorts of different ones, but it hasn't been difficult, to be honest, to bring people together. There's been a great enthusiasm for it, but there are many more churches. There are over 40,000 churches in the country, so I suppose the challenge as it continues to grow is to let churches know about it and hopefully get more to get involved. But it's been a good start.
So this is a Church of England initiative, but lots of other churches and lots of other denominations are involved as well.
Yeah, I'd say it's a combination of churches, and Church of England is one of the kind of core churches at the heart of it, but alongside many others. Many people are struggling this year again, even assuming we stay out of lockdown. People could be elderly and on their own. There's lots of people are sick at the moment. People lost someone that they and they're struggling at their loss at Christmas. Maybe it's just families are hard pressed, and so we're saying to churches, who are the people around you just think they would value someone reaching out to them. So last year I remember just hearing about one story from close by to where I'm based, and it was a young man who went and knocked on a door, and he was actually quite terrified because he wasn't sure what kind of reception he was going to go and knock on this door and say, here's a little gift for you from your local church, just to let you know we're here for you and a happy Christmas. And actually the lady who opened it just was so overwhelmed and said, this is the only gift I'm going to get this year. In fact, it's the only gift I've had for many years. I've got no family, nobody else is, I haven't had a present for years, and this means the world. Thank you so much. And so it's about helping churches to get out there and do that kind of thing.
You've mentioned this is a church initiative, but supposing someone is not a churchgoer, might even be a member of a different faith, they'd still like to be involved. Is that possible?
Yeah, we've had groups of other faiths getting involved. We have businesses getting involved, and what we see this as an opportunity is the church is creating something which we hope will galvanise and bless others, and people get involved in. And this is about all of us joining together. That's the key message. There's so many. It feels like there's so many reasons that can divide us, and so many things that we can disagree with each other over. But actually, there's more that unites us and holds us together, and that's the spirit of Love Christmas and Love Your Neighbour.
Tom, how many do you reckon we've done?
About what? 10?
990 to go. It's amazing to be part of this national campaign, but do it into our local community here in Bristol. So these are the recipients of them are people that we've already been supporting through this year. So being able to continue the support to them this Christmas will be amazing, to do a specific bag for them with hopefully specific things that will really bless them, that they need, that are useful, but also are nice gifts for them. It's an amazing opportunity to be able to bless them and bring some hope and some joy to them at Christmas. We've all had a really tough nearly 2 years through COVID. People have been really struggling with all manner of things, their mental health, financially, relationally, going in and out of isolation with jobs. So it's just a chance at this Christmas time to really bless them, and we hope that people receiving them will feel blessed by them, feel blessed by their community, feel loved, feel supported through the things they're going through. So it's a real privilege.